Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess. Welcome to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel, and thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new to this channel and I just popped up in your feed and you just clicked the video, you are meant to be here. There are no coincidences. There's something that you are meant to hear today. My name is Elizabeth. I am a medium, divine channeler, spirit extractor specialist, white witch, and divine alchemist, and I also happen to be a divine feminine on the path of ascension. Today's messages come from Archangel Michael, and I'm always so excited to bring through messages from Michael because I know that Michael is going to bring through such power to the collective. And it's not just the words that you're going to hear today. It's the actual power, the essence, the energy of Archangel Michael. And these messages are going to really help to support those who are on the twin flame ascension path. Now, we have been going through a lot on the world scale, and I love the way Michael really just brings the truth out, the higher perspective out. He has a way of cutting through all of those illusions. And if you have been losing faith, if you have been struggling, if it has been silent on your journey, if your twin has ghosted you, if you have been blocked, or you're not sure what's happening anymore. You're not sure if it's even true. You're not sure what's happening in a karmic situation. All of these things that I always seem to hear from twin flames because it's not an easy journey. And I say this all the time, but I am so really proud and really honored to be able to bring these messages out because I feel that to be able to hear directly from Archangel Michael, it just might be that boost that somebody out there really needs. It could be you who's listening to this video right now. I received these messages through automatic writing, which is a channeled form of writing. I'm in a light trance and it's coming through me and I'm just writing the words out. And I always find it fascinating how it just all seems to flow together in the end. And I know that these messages are really urgent today because I was asking Archangel Michael if he would like to report on the Divine Masculine Collective today, and he will do that. He definitely will. I will be back with that, so stay tuned. But he had an urgency to really just bring out the full perspective of the twin flame journey, the ascension, what's happening right now. A lot of things he has touched on before, but now we're going into next level as far as unity goes, and I really feel that he really went into detail about that because I think sometimes on the journey people lose sight as to what this journey really means and what their role is. And I love the fact that Michael is able to draw that out and really help people to restore their faith and have them understand that all of this is an orchestrated ascension. It's orchestrated, and that we are always supported. So I definitely recommend that you save these messages and go back to them later because there might be something that you need to go deeper into. If you do know someone that would benefit from these videos, from this message perhaps, please share. I really want to thank those who have referred me. It's been amazing to be able to do readings for referred clients as well, to be able to, sit with people and really go into the details of their journey with their team, speaking to their team directly. And I have to say, it really, there's no words to really describe when someone is able to progress and move forward. So if you are struggling at this time or not sure, please don't hesitate. I'm here for you, theparanormalpriestess.com. All my information is in the description below, and I would love to help you to move forward. So let's get into these messages now, and please let me know in the comments below what you thought of these messages, and I just want to urge everyone to keep it as positive as possible. If you have something negative to say, please don't drop it here on the channel. It won't be staying. We want to all just stay really positive and support each other. So thank you for respecting that. So Michael starts, Michael, I am. It is time to become that in which you have been. The way forward is here. The old times and ways in which you have been weakened or limited are over. A new cycle begins. Karmic contracts are completed, and all twin flames are being called. Believe, for the new cycle is of the unity that has always been truth. The suffering times have ended, and now there is a rebirth of harmony, balance, and the ever-growing light that the earth will come to know. Strive to remove all tie-ins to the past, for if assistance is required, I can be called upon to sever all. The memories will remain, however, the negative emotions and mind perceptions will be transformed. It is imperative to clear the past, so that the new cycle can be utilized for all it is meant to bring. Beauty is now a subject that many are struggling to understand on Earth at this time, and many dark forces are increasing their work to distort the meaning of beauty, and are convincing many that they do not have this and must go to extreme lengths to achieve it. These poisonous lies of separation are now at play. For the divine feminine energy being targeted is the intention behind it. And to cripple this energy would interfere with the mother's ascension, Gaia herself, and all her divine beauty. Listen not, dear ones, do not buy into these ideas of deceit. Beauty is nature itself, and there are many different expressions of this without control or alteration. Take note of the dark increasing the propelling lies to attempt to destroy the divine feminine. For even the masculine energy is affected by this, and many are falling into sexual illusions, likened to black magic ritual, mind control, and sexual exploitation. Dear ones, it is of utmost importance to discard these illusions, to be clear as to what is being represented, and to release this programming of the lower Luciferic grid. Dark glamour, sexual manipulation, and the entertainment industry in its myriad of forms has been a breeding ground for these deceptions, well into the technical aspects of social communication. Where you can find the truth, beloveds, is within, and in the miracles and beauty of the Great Mother, in which the Great Father judges not. The polarity will be balancing within, as also on the earth in these times. Abundant earth, beautiful earth, ever-loving, nurturing mother, the heart of Gaia, returns. Beloveds, you are here now to bring the new paradigm, to restore the divine feminine and masculine to their rightful place of balance and sovereignty. Union is to be of a physical one for those who are counterparts. However, for this to be achieved, much healing and transforming has to be accomplished to complete all karmic contracts and lessons of growth therein. Old structures need to be dismantled. Old emotional residue needs to be felt once again to the degree of pain necessary to be free from its toxic effects. Programs of limitation have to come to conscious awareness in order to align with the truth of infinite abundance and co-creation and co-manifestation. Beloveds, all has been necessary in order to create a unified field on all planes of existence. Your multidimensional soul energy must be kept in mind as you grow and become whole and unified once again. Unity for twin flames has been happening all along, and so many difficult processes you have been working through in order to achieve a unified field. All is designed and all is assigned. You are all participants in a grand undertaking that is without fail. Fear not, for a threshold has been crossed where the nines of completion and new beginnings unfold. Have faith that all has been for your awakened state from lifetimes of slumber. For all of you are needed to step forward into the world as awakened, enlightened, ancient beings who represent the unconditional love of our Creator, Mother, Father. I have been asked by many of you to participate in various rituals and to clear from lower energies and to cut you free from what has been holding you in lower timelines and to protect and to bring strength, especially in times of transformational points. I am here, and I will continue to assist when requested. As trying times as these are, know that the light has accomplished all that is necessary for the work that Gaia needs to do for ascension. So much so that the lower forces have nowhere to hide. All is out in the open now, and the truth of the hidden agendas are now being brought to the light. So you see, they have lost, dear ones. The collective, with its growing awareness, will no longer tolerate nor be silenced. Your efforts are supported. All of the light are supported in these times of prophetic transition. The evolution of humankind is upon us, and to lead this transition, beloved twin flames. Twin flames are ushering in the 5D paradigm of the crystalline structure, the grid of New Earth, and will be teachers, healers, way showers, and activators to assist with the new unfamiliar layout. Angels, star races, Atlanteans, Lemurians, ancient beings of advancement, you have all come to impact the planet with your important knowledge and abilities so that those who need to be fed can be fed. Many on the planet will be feeling melancholy, lost, hurt, and some wishing to leave, and this has already been taking place. Yet more will be moving through their shadows, unable to process them without your support and guidance. Marriage and relationships concluding due to karmic contracts being completed, for there is the end of the karmic grid of Gaia. Karma has no place in a negative sense on New Earth, for all is love, all is peace, all is acceptance, all is compassion, all is abundance. War and conflict, violence, greed, corruption, betrayal, deceit, abuse of power, all belongs to the old karmic grid of the lower 3D paradigm. Relationships of all kinds connected to this are completing quickly, and higher soul alliances and relationships are taking their place. For now, twin flames are being called to ground the great central sun of Sirius. And I'll say that again. For now, twin flames are being called to ground the great central sun of Sirius, the Christ grid. To be vessels and conduits for this light structure is why you have come. You are here to restore your I am and to align with your godly nature, to be able to harmonize the connection of God and Goddess within, as well as embody it as the sacred sexual connection it was always intended on being within, on earth. Search yourselves, beloved. Go within. How has beauty, value, worth, and sexuality been tainted, repressed, or limited for you? Where have you given your power away? Where have there been issues with control? Have you fallen into the dark agenda of beauty and sexual distortion? Have you felt less than the beautiful divine creations that you are? The old karmic grid has carried these lessons to be learned, but now all are remembering the truth of love, beauty, and sexuality, the true power of nature and source. Remember and move forward in a higher way, embodying union and creating a world that will once again know such peace, ease, and flow. Worry not and carry forward in your ascension and missions. Michael, I am. Some powerful messages there from Archangel Michael, really speaking about how twin flames are very much necessary, being called greatly at this time. I know many question whether or not it will be a physical union, a grounding of that union. So many people are thinking in a relationship. But to understand, and Michael really just laid it out really well, is that it's taken time to really go through all of these lessons, these karmic lessons, really get through the programming, all these lower perceptions, everything that has really kept us from knowing the truth of ourselves, the truth of all, right? And he really just talks about how we really are needed as leaders. and that, obviously the world is struggling at this time. The light has already won, but the world is really, really struggling, and there is such a requirement for twin flames who are advanced souls, who are ancient souls, angelic star races, Atlanteans, Lemurians. It's necessary for us to ground this light from the great central sun, the ascension grid, the Christ grid, the Christ light, to be conduits for that. And I love that he mentions that, and he really speaks about karma ending. It's been ending, but if you are worrying about a karmic situation, please don't, because everything is really orchestrated, right? And he talks about an old cycle ending, and he talked about nines. So I'm definitely getting that as like a 9-year ending, 9-year cycle ending, and now a new cycle beginning. And I get it as, that separation consciousness ending. And so where there's been rejection and abandonment in your soul history, even in your bloodline history, disempowerment, distorted value, distorted power and control of those things, feeling that you're separated from abundance, separated from source, we are now entering a time where we're coming into the unified field. And this is fantastic, and this is exactly what we need to achieve inwardly before we can actually achieve that outwardly with a divine partner. And once we are able to work with that balance of energy, harmonize things, then we are able to bring that forth. And twin flames, I really am receiving, have that physical place that is just, again, so important to be able to show that and to bring that new template. Michael just has his way of just, bringing it, and I really felt it was really necessary at this time, but I wasn't expecting it at all. But Michael really was talking about how beauty and sexuality are being attacked, and he's right. I mean, the entertainment industry and how they try to, especially sell to women, although men are being affected as well, but objectifying women and, really just sending this message that we have to fix things, and we have to constantly strive to be youthful. We have to constantly strive to look like supermodels. I mean, they even have these crazy filters to say, hey, you have to have a filter to look like a supermodel in order to feel good about yourself. I mean, it's just crazy, crazy stuff that's going on, and people are going to extremes. And he talks about like how this is like a huge dark agenda intention to really destroy the divine feminine. Right? Because the divine feminine, the heart of the earth, the heart of Gaia, the feminine beauty and sexuality, it's like this is what they want to try to cut off, and they're working really hard to do it, especially now, but it's like kind of cheap shots. It's like people are really understanding that, it's all been control, and people are really saying no to so many conspiracies and corruptions that are really being exposed at this time. And so, there's some things that we can think about when it comes to how we view ourselves, how we connect with ourselves, with our beauty, with our sexuality, some things from our past that we may feel, wow, there's some work to do in terms of clearing things and healing and forgiving ourselves and forgiving others if we're holding on to any shame or blame or judgment, how we've cut ourselves off from the truth of beauty and true sacred sexuality. And remember, this is all a part of the unified field, the sexuality coming into the unified field as well. And so, just to be aware as to what is being sold to you and what's coming up for you, and you can make that choice to say, hey, no, this is not in my space. I don't want it in my space. These messages I'm not listening to. I don't want to see this content. I know we were bombarded by so much stuff, but I really love, and I was not expecting that at all, that Archangel Michael would go into that, but it seems to be a huge theme that's coming up in terms of people's self-worth and their value, how they connect with their bodies, how they connect with beauty and how they connect with sexuality. And it's so important that these things get healed because they are way out of line, out of hand on this planet at this time. And, you know, Michael says there's all just very strong intention behind all of it. So it's to be conscious of that and to make the right choices for ourselves and to see things clearly, see things in a truthful way. So I just looked at 2020. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now, if that wasn't a sign, I mean, 2020 is really when things started to turn in terms of, you know, we know what happened as far as the pandemic and everything, and we don't have to go into the conspiracies with that. But how so many people woke up in 2020, the world really started awakening. So I definitely think that's a great place to end. I hope that you enjoyed these messages. Thank you so much for sticking around listening to them. If you do feel like you are guided to have a reading, I would love to be able to connect you with your team, Archangel Michael, also to help you wherever you are. If you're feeling stuck, I'm here, theparanormalpriestess.com. Remember, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Brightest blessings, and take care, everyone. I love you guys. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.